DJ Event Planner will change the way you manage and run your business. Streamline all of your procedures and software into one easy-to-manage system. DJ Event Planner, the ultimate online planning tool.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's show from DJNTV, Disc Jockey News TV. Tonight's show is brought to you by Electra Voice, DJ Event Planner, DJ Trivia, Odyssey Innovative Designs and Cases, NLFX Professional, Promo Only, and the DJNTV Insiders. Go. Hey, we're here. We're live. Woohoo! First time. Nick, we didn't even have to get out and push.
Yeah, I got a bad back anyway.
Some days it feels like we just got to do that. So, hey, thank you for joining us tonight. Tonight we're going to be talking to one of the talented, handsome, and respected speakers at the DJNTV DJ Conference. So, Nick, if you could go find our speaker behind...
I was touched for a second, John. You called me handsome. I was like, oh, wow.
Oh, this speaker, this could go even better than I thought. So, Nick Spinelli is with me tonight. Good evening, Nick. Thank you for being with me.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh,
Great to be
yeah.
here.
It's time to talk about the upcoming DJNTV DJ Convention coming up in just a couple of weeks here in Las Vegas. Nick, you're going to be there. You're going to be presenting. And You're going to be spinning at one of the evening parties, and we can talk a little bit about that. But I think really that part that we want to kind of dig into as the bulk of the show is some of the things you're going to be speaking on and the takeaways and such from that.
Sure.
Before we get to that, let's kind of, for the people who don't know who Nick Spinelli is, because they're living under a rock and they don't follow Big Daddy's channel of people to watch. Who is Nick Spinelli?
I'm a wedding DJ.
I'm going to put you right at...
I'm a DJ from New Jersey, and I make dumb videos.
The location is different, but that sounds like a lot of us.
I mean,
How long have you been? When did you start your DJ career?
I started when I was 15. I just turned 30, so I'm half my life, I guess. So 15 years in. I've been full time though for going on 7 years as a DJ.
And you mentioned, of course, weddings. Is that primarily what you do, or do you do a variety of different events?
Weddings and clubs. So about 80% weddings and 20% clubs. Maybe one Sweet 16 a year, one prom a year. That's it. So.
Nice. So you've really kind of honed into that wedding niche in that in the New Jersey area. In your time of performing with that, have you been kind of a solo operator where you've gone out by yourself? Do you work as a team? How do you guys handle that?
No, so I work for SE Event Group, and we bring out. I run the show, and I bring out a support staff with me. So I'll do minimum one person, but sometimes like 2-3 people with me at my events.
So then you're very accomplished. We've seen some of your videos with when you're mixing and such. That part you've got, but then you must be doing the MC work when you bring in staff with you.
Correct. I MC and mix. So I'll host the event and then throw down after. So we kind of run the show. So yeah, so we just have like a support staff that kind of helps us along. You know, when I'm MCing, I'll have a member of my team kind of doing the music and stuff. You know, for intros and whatnot, and then I take over after.
Sure. So then with the microphone, then you can get out on the dance floor or work around the room as you need to.
Yep. 100%.
Nice. So of course that opens the door. So you'll be able to teach line dancers at your events.
Nope.
Bring that right around here.
I didn't even see. I thought I should have seen that coming. I didn't see it coming. It was right in front of my face. Man.
Bring that around.
Oh, man.
Nick, at the show, you're going to be speaking about. How did we have that listed? Stop doing line dances. Tell us a little bit about what was the impetus for that title and that topic.
With the line dance, I mean, it's something I feel passionate about. I used to be the biggest entertainer, the biggest line dance teacher. I had a dance for everything. Like when I started out, I knew before I knew how to mix, I was out there with the crowd teaching a dance to everything. I would teach 10, maybe 15 dances a night, or some kind of crowd participation thing a night. Like I was all about it. And, as I got, older and progressed and stuff, like things changed, and I completely cut it out altogether, for a couple of different reasons. And, so I think I have a unique perspective. A lot of DJs come on the scene right away with like a kind of narrative where they're like, I'm never going to do a line dance ever, whereas like I was all about it. And then I completely changed and I avoid them at all costs at this point. So I put together a video and kind of went into depth, like why, and why I think pretty much everybody, I think everybody should really consider avoiding them at all costs.
So let's define line dances for those who are out there thinking. So after your video went up or your post went up, some of the people in the chat room were talking about, that this is a line dance and this is a line dance. So kind of define that so people can have a better grasp of what you're referring to.
Yeah, and that's actually something I should have said in the video, and I didn't. Every time I post a video, I always like miss something. Like, damn it, why didn't I say that? So there's a huge difference between line dances and crowd participation songs. Mm-hmm. And so a line dance to me would be your Cupid Shuffle, your Cha-Cha Slide, your Electric Slide, something that you are doing an organized dance the entire time, and something that you wouldn't just play to play. Like you're not going to play the Cupid Shuffle and people are just going to two-step to it and just dance on the dance floor.
Not so much.
Everyone will stop and then go right left and go right into their thing, right? You know what I mean? Like everyone's going to like crowd participation songs are all your hands up records, your YMCA's, Soulja Boy, all right? There was a dance to it, but like you can drop that, people do the little dance or whatever, and like the lip gloss, all these songs like have sort of dances to them or things you can do to them, but they're really just crowd participation. It's not like a line dance per se. Like I still drop all that stuff, and I stand by my statement that I've made many times that YMCA is a banger. I'm playing a club this Friday, and I will drop that in the middle of my club set. I don't care.
You're right.
Everybody loves it. I'm telling you. So it's just when I made the video and I made the post, I really meant line dances specifically, not crowd participation songs at all.
Are you seeing that the younger people are just burned out on that kind of stuff, or is it is one of those things that it's across the board that young to old, they're just like, hey, we've been there, done that, let's move on?
I think that definitely young people are burned out. The new generations don't want to be told what to do, how to dance or anything. So, it's not real unless it's like unless it's something that's trending right now, like on TikTok, they're not going to want to do it. So they're completely turned off by it. The older people, it got a little old. I mean, I will say that like the old people maybe are the only ones that still kind of request it or still would want to do it and stuff. But that's not the market I'm trying to please. And that was one of my points that like, when I DJ and stuff, like I'm more concerned about like what the younger, like 40, like 50 or younger, 40 or younger generation kind of thinks of my brand and what I do and stuff like that, more than the older people. You know what I mean? It's because that's who's booking me. That's who's like, like that's my target market.
Sure. Let's kind of talk a little bit about that target market. As a person is kind of identifying that person or those persons, what are some of the characteristics that you're aiming for that as your target market that would make that kind of preclude that line dance type of an event?
What do you mean characteristics?
Characteristics, little things that to describe your target market. If you were going to have put a this is what my target market looks like. It's this type of person that likes this type of thing, and they do this and they do that, and that idea. I
mean, personally, the target market I base my social media off of, base everything off of it, 25 to 35. We shoot for, I guess you would say, more on the higher end of things. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So like. It's basically that, 25 to 35, and I only do like I don't do any cultural weddings or anything like that because I know nothing about that. Right. So it would be like 25 to 35, like regular, like kind of like non-cultural weddings. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. No, it does. It does. And of course, you mentioned earlier that you do a lot of YouTube videos. And when you're doing your videos, are you kind of keeping in mind the production and creating videos for that audience, or is it just something that you're creating some fun videos to make people laugh?
It's kind of both, you know. I have a general rule, like I don't ever talk about like religion or politics or anything like that.
Right.
But you know, it's kind of both. You know, I try and make videos that are entertaining. I like helping DJs. Like if I think of if I discover a cool trick or something, I try and make a video about it to kind of like let everybody know, you know what I mean? Kind of like help out that way. And I just try and like be really authentic. I think like nowadays, like authenticity.
There we
I can't
go.
even talk right now. Is like currency nowadays. It really is. And I think it's really important. I think, so I just try and like just show my true self and, because the whole thing where cursing and all that, and I a lot of people are like, well, you worried about like turning off your couples, because like I'll post a vlog, and I'm just going about my daily life and I'm acting like how I would act if the camera wasn't on.
Right.
And and the truth is like at the end of the day, when you put out content, there's always going to be haters. You know what I mean? There's probably people who are watching this right now. It's like, oh, I hate your face and your Jersey hair. You know what I mean? And there's going to be people that love you. And, I'm sure that there has been couples in the past that like kind of look at my page and or look at my videos and they're like, I really don't like this guy. He's too edgy for me. But then there's also couples that like absolutely love it. And the couples that think I'm too edgy, we were probably not a good fit anyway. Right. You know what I mean? I'm not going to fake it at their wedding. So like, it really narrows it down to like the right couple, the right like target audience.
So that consistency is definitely a key to the success of who you're attracting.
100% authenticity and consistency. Yep.
Nice. We of course mentioned a little bit the creating funny videos, and one of the little video series I've been enjoying following is the ones where you're taking a word, baby, through history. What was your and if you guys haven't seen that, Nick, what's your YouTube channel? What's the do you have the
it's youtube.com/Nick Spinelli.
There we go. So Nick Spinelli spelled out. You guys are good there. You did this series of videos and such. What was kind of the inspiration for those videos?
I don't know. All my ideas come to me in the shower. Like, to be completely honest, it's the weirdest thing, John. Like I'm taking a shower, and it just hits me. I'm like, yo, what if, because I heard on the radio that la 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 la, I love you, right?
Yeah.
I was like, man, they've been saying la 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 forever, And then I was taking a shower, washing up, and then it hit me. I was like, why don't I make a mix? Like I pick one from every decade. I'm sure there's one every day. And then I started researching, and then I started dropping them on YouTube. And then like I have a whole list of them. I have so many I'm gonna do.
Oh,
it's
nice.
Cool because like it just went from la 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 to na 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 to baby to yes to I'm gonna do one on O's soon. So like all that, there's so many, and I can do like a part 2 on laws and nas.
Oh, I'm sure.
So many I missed, So I don't know, it's just a fun little project.
Yeah,
it gave me a reason. I really enjoyed doing them, and it gave me a reason to kind of like make up new mixes and practice and stuff and set up my turntables, and I like creating stuff like that. So it's just fun to do.
So let's talk a little bit about when producing a video like that. So you're going to shoot one. What kind of a process is, we see the final edit where it's close, it's all tight and looks good. The setup, take us through the whole process of how you create a video like that.
I lay out I practice ahead of time, and I figure out what I want to do first. Then once I figure out what I do, I go take a shower and fix my hair, because I'm usually figuring this out in like my underwear and I look like shit, right? Or look like crap. Sorry. I've really been practicing.
You have
been.
I noticed that. We made it like 15 minutes in.
John hates me. So then I, get everything together. I set up the camera, get the angle right, everything. Then I start trying to do the routine. I usually curse myself out and curse out my turntables after 100 tries until I get it right, or I think I got it right, and then I watch it back and I messed up this little thing and it just drives me nuts, or whatever. But sometimes it's quicker than others. But I just do it till I get it right, and then it's really easy. I just record it in Serato. Technically, I record it with a GoPro. I have a GoPro Hero 8, in wide angle mode. I record the audio in Serato. I link up the audio with the video in Premiere, so like it's like the direct audio from Serato, and then little color correction, little words and everything. Just edit it out real easy, and then that's it.
So Adobe Premiere is pretty much your go-to for editing.
I'm a Premiere guy. Yeah. Love Premiere.
Excellent.
Powerful stuff.
Excellent. There's some questions that are coming in, so I'm working those. Working those in as we roll through. So, you got a lot of people watching tonight from around the country, from Vegas, awesome. From Texas, from North Carolina, Florida. Goodness gracious, a lot of folks with us tonight. So excellent.
Awesome.
Excellent.
What's up, everybody?
So you've got the video side of it. Let's talk about Nick Spinelli, the mixing man, when it comes to performing like in the clubs and such. How has that evolution of building that side of your performance? How have you done that over the last few years?
So I started out as a wedding guy. I never started out with clubs. I only did weddings. Like I said, I was like, an entertainer, MC, big MC, teaching line dance, all that stuff. When I discovered mixing, right, and I discovered DJ AM, and I'm like, oh my God, like you can do that. Like it's possible to blend. Like I didn't know this stuff existed. The person that taught me, didn't, mix and stuff. So when I discovered that, like I locked myself in my room with my CD mix too. And I had stacks of CDs that I like ripped, and I just figured out how to mix. And once I got into mixing and stuff, I started looking, trying to get into the club world. And it was tough because it took me a while to get anything in the club world because, I was a wedding DJ and, there was that stigma, especially back then. It's going away now. It really is. It really has evolved, but it was just tough back then. In college, I did like my first club and actually like started like playing sets. And I kind of really liked the club aspect because, it kept me dialed in. You don't have to be as safe at clubs. You can try mixes out that you probably want to do at a wedding and stuff, but you clear the dance floor, what I mean? That sort of thing. And, so really, and it kind of evolved that way. And like, my biggest, what got me into it, I got put on by this guy named DJ Herc. I did a party with him, like some rave party. And he put me on to some guys in Harrisburg where I lived at the time to get into, the clubs out there. And I signed on with a club and I did every Friday, Saturday there for a year straight. It's called Sawyer's on 2nd Street in Harrisburg. And that's where I got like my 10,000 hours in. Like,
for sure.
You know what I mean? Like every Friday, I would take off for a wedding here and there. But it was like my college days, so I didn't do like a lot of weddings then.
Yeah.
At the time, because I was still going to college, but like every Friday, Saturday, bam, 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 and that's where I kind of really, figured things out.
Really got to put in that time, as you say, that 10,000 hours to get competent and getting closer to mastering the skills. Excellent.
And seeing what works. Yep.
Somebody had a question about your preferred gear for your setup as far as mixer, controller, turntables. What's your preferred system?
I'm a Pioneer guy. I have two S9s. I use the S9 and any kind of turntable. Right now, like I have Reloop 7000s. I've been bringing out the weddings and stuff. But I love Techniques. They're fantastic. The Pioneers are good. So any turntable. But I prefer turntables 100%.
Excellent. Software-wise, what are you?
Serato DJ Pro. Yep.
Excellent. I'll make sure I'm getting all the questions. Jody wants to know, if you could have dinner with 3 famous people, who would those 3 famous people be?
Easy. Arnold Schwarzenegger, okay? Because he's the man. The Rock, because he's also the man. Who would the third one be? Arnold Schwarzenegger, The Rock are like my 2. And Bill Burr.
Because?
For which one? All of them?
No, you said the first 2 is because they were the man, and then you said Bill Burr.
Oh, Bill Burr, because he's hilarious, and I don't know. He's like my favorite comedian. It would be a good dinner conversation, I think.
So good question there, Jody. Jody's a huge wrestling fan, and Jody will actually be at the convention. She'll be speaking on Destination Weddings. She and Pat during.
Jody from Vegas.
Yeah.
Hi, Jody.
Yeah. Yep. Jody will be there. So
sweet.
Can we address the elephant in the room? There's an elephant behind. I don't know. Nate, you'll have to be more specific of what.
What the Michael Jackson album?
Is that what he's referring to?
I don't know. Elephant in the room. You want me to? I'll stick a sticker.
I didn't even see that. Okay, so the elephant in the room is the name of your computer in the lower corner.
Why did you? Oh, that's what I call. All right, so I bought the new Big Mac, and that's what I named it. I didn't mean for. Sorry about that. Oh man. Oh, that's the name of my computer. That didn't. I didn't real. I just clicked through when I logged in.
Yeah,
Whoops.
That's funny. I'll fix it.
Yeah, sorry about that. So if you guys want to airdrop me when I'm nearby, you'll know what my computer's name is. Well, this is embarrassing.
Yeah, Nate, that's a good catch. I have screens overlapping, so I didn't see that.
Yeah, I not even. Oh, bam! I'm Nick Spinelli now. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so.
All right, good.
Oh, that's funny. So, if you could do any event, where would the ultimate DJ event be for Nick Spinelli?
Good question. There's so many. I don't know.
Give us a few. Give us a few that are like bucket list type events that you'd love to do.
I don't know. Like any of the Omnia in Vegas with that thing in the middle that just does crazy stuff. You know what I'm talking about? That thing, that thing. Oh, I want to DJ with that thing. That would be like the ultimate, I think. Any festival stage would be like crazy too. You know what I mean? Like obviously any DJ's dream, I'd love to do like bigger the crowd, the better, right? You know? Mm-hmm. But yeah. Yeah, I'd be, I guess I'm trying to think of like there's a specific wedding I would want to do, I don't know. Like a celebrity, like no.
Beyond of course, a Arnold Schwarzenegger wedding or a
if he got remarried,
he got remarried
that'd
again.
Be great.
Yeah,
if Arnold Schwarzenegger had a wedding, there would be tigers and he's like a lunatic. That guy, he's got like a pet like lion that just rolls around his house. He just smokes a cigar. Like it's crazy. He's the man.
You'd have fun with that. So Nick will be speaking again, and let's see, Tuesday. Was it Tuesday? Yes. Tuesday, yes, we moved it up an hour on Tuesday. So Tuesday at 3:00 on the schedule. We had to do some changing on the schedules today. You guys can go out to DJNTV.com/show. You can check out the full schedule. It has all the different presenters that are going to be speaking. It has the master classes. It has the schedule for the chill room. It has the list of the sponsors and vendors who are going to be there that are DJ related. Everything's out at DJNTV.com/show. That'll take you right to the page. Yes, thanks for joining us, Mitch. And we got Jason that's jumped in here. So a lot of folks with us tonight. Then Wednesday night will be the other event that Nick's going to be involved with. That is the PBX kind of their main party. They throw a big party every year. Literally thousands of people come to this party because it's everybody. And it's in the showroom at South Point. I just showed a picture of that to Nick, and he's going to be on stage with that. Nick, what kind of things should they expect from your performance Wednesday night?
It's hard to tell. So when I plan, I'm kind of going to have like maybe plan A, plan B, and plan C, because I don't know what to expect as far as like the crowd. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Is it going to be like a lot of DJs, or is it going to be like, some DJs and a lot of people from the photo booth expo and stuff like that, which are just more regular people? If it's a lot of DJs, I'll be more routine based, like and stuff like that. But if it's not, I'm going to do a mix pretty much between a couple cool wordplay, tone play, like routines I have, and then like I'm going to work the room and kind of just party rock it also. So I'm going to do a mix of the both, I think.
Excellent.
But, yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, it should be a fun party. It's probably going to be a 80-20, 80% photo booth expo, 20% DJ. So it'll be a full, it'll be a fun room. So let's jumping back to the seminar, for the people who are going to be coming and sitting and listening to you talk about the whole transition and such with the line dances, what are a couple of the takeaways that they're going to be able to take from the seminar that they can either apply or they can, the food for thought type moments?
Well, in the seminar in general, like I'm going to go over everything like social media wise and how like, how I use it to like book events and how I've like been able to kind of create a brand on social media. I'm going to talk about like Instagram, TikTok. I'm going to go in detail like with a lot of different things. And then I'm going to go over, basically everything I do to kind of like book more events to kind of, get out in front of more brides and more of like kind of my target audience.
Yeah. We kind of bring that back to the target audience that does not like to line.
Some do, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
I'll throw in the line dance thing. Is it's just I think that I think that a lot of DJs don't realize, like what I realized is like I was putting myself in a box by doing it. You know what I mean? And you don't need them. So like, why risk it? Why put yourself in a box? Why risk losing a client or turning anyone off when like you can just party rock the room and call it a day, you know? And especially when they, you know, and it depends on the area. I know some areas, you know, a lot of people comment and say, "Oh, dude, come down to the South, bro. Come to the Midwest. We line dance all day, every day. That is what we do," you know? But I'm sure you could party rock, like just mix and do a whole wedding and still crush it without it too, you know? So it's something to consider to kind of like slowly phase out, you know? So it's going to set you apart. If every DJ does line dances, every DJ in your market plays a line dance, gets out there and teaches it, what sets you apart? You know, you're gonna get tied in with everybody else. You want to like stand out somehow, and that's where you can eventually raise your prices, charge more, book more events, like, you know, become a more of like a niche. Find your niche. You know, maybe your niche is line dancing. You know, but find your niche and like go all in on that. You know, and that ended up being my niche.
Nice. Before we wrap up, I want to kind of just jump back to Nick Spinelli, the early days. What was your go-to shtick routine that if you needed to get a crowd going, this was one of your most successful routines that you did?
Get Down to Night Dance was really successful. I would bring everybody out. I would like, if, you know, so, you know, all right, everybody face the speakers, face the speakers, face the speakers. And I would say, all right, I'm going to teach you guys a dance real quick. You ready? Everybody put your hands in the air, wave it like this, shake your butt. Then everybody take those hands and hug yourself, say, right? And take those hands and do a little boogie thing, right? And all right, you guys got it. Here we go. And then I'll play Get Down Tonight. And then I started off, as soon as the beat drops, I'll start off with a two-step and have everybody do a two-step and kind of clap, right? And everybody's doing two-step. And then once do a little dance, make a little love, and then it all kind of ties together. Yep. And we do the whole, you know, and then I would literally do it throughout the whole song. So we would do in the second verse, have everybody wave one hand, wave another hand, and like get everybody involved. And it was fun for me. That and the napkin game. I used to do the napkin game a lot.
Explain the napkin game.
The napkin game was, I still will bust out the napkin game if it's like a corporate event. It's something I need to break the ice. Like I'm like, when you ever do like an event and it's just like nothing you're playing, you can tell like I'm screwed. Yep. Like I'm screwed. This is going to be a long night. So that's the only time nowadays. But all right, so napkin game. One person from each table, grab a napkin, wave it in the air. Grab a napkin, wave in the air. Let me see, let me see your napkins. All right, you got one here, right? Everybody's got a napkin. Then you tell them like, all right, so on the count of three, I want you to pass the napkin to your right-hand side and just pass that napkin all the way around the table. On the count of three, 1, 2, 3, right? And they pass it around. And then when they stop, you have them, you say, all right, well, that's your bartender for the rest of the night or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you're the bartender. You charge for all the drinks that go around again. And you can do a bunch of different things. You know, make up all kinds. Sometimes I'll make it up situational. But then the main point of it, to make it short, so basically the last person you stop, you have them stand up like, all right, you're your table's party animal. It's your job to get everybody at the table on the dance floor for the next song. And then you hit like, one of your dance floor starters, your Uptown Funk, your Yeah by Usher, whatever, whatever you kind of start dance floors with, and bam. And then, all right, come on, party, bring your people up, bring your people up. And then they'll kind of bring in it. It used to pack dance floors all the time. I haven't done it in a long time.
Yeah.
I've been like,
great little activity for, as you mentioned, the corporate,
at least 2-3 years. It's a great corporate icebreaker. It really is. Like, saying it out loud kind of sounds a little cheesy, but if you do it the right way, it's not that bad, and it gets people going. And I'm walking around all the tables too, making sure they're doing it. If I see someone who's like bopping and like all excited, I'll like on purpose stop it when it's on them. They have it, you know what I mean? Like stuff like that. So it used to help. But now, honestly, I'm going to do a video about this soon. But if I can be completely honest with everybody, like as far as starting dance wars and stuff, all I do now, I'm going to I get on the mic, I get a song queued up, and I have my assistant ready with the song. I get on the mic, I go on the dance floor, and I'm just like, all right, guys, looks like pretty much everybody's done eating. It's time to party. Ugh. And then we hit a song. And then that's it. There's really no science to it. Like, it just, and then people come to weddings to have a great time, It's literally, everybody comes to weddings, they know that dancing's involved, and the people that don't dance, they're already set up. They know where they're going to post up, and that's it. The people that dance, they're waiting for you or cue the lights, and then they're out there, and then that's it. And I just roll with it,
Yeah. Yeah, so. And that has been probably one of the biggest changes that I've even noticed myself in the Midwest, is that it used to be very common that with that first hour of a dance was like throwaway time. Mm-hmm. We were doing the 4-hour dance, dinner and then a 4-hour dance. Mm-hmm. It's not that way anymore. you open that floor and you get the lights set and you get out of their way because people are coming.
That's it.
Yeah, it's a different world.
And then they party, and then it's more simpler, like it used to be more like you had to trick them into it almost, and now it's just like they just go.
Yeah, it's much nicer that way. Nick, if people want to reach out and say hey or anything before the show or what have you, what's the best way for them to get in touch with you?
I mean, DMs and anything, Instagram, Facebook messages, at DJ Nick Spinelli on Instagram, or if you're connecting me on Facebook, usually those messages are like the best way. Sure. I answer all messages. I'll get right back to you. I'm pretty good about all that stuff.
Yeah, you guys can go out and follow his Instagram page. If you're not following that, go out and follow his YouTube channel. Yeah, because he's
follow my TikTok.
Oh, goodness gracious.
At DJ Nick Spinelli. I got some dumb videos on there.
You kids and your social media stuff.
I'm telling TikTok's the wave. We'll talk about this later, John. I'm telling you. All right. You'll see. I can talk you into this. I've been obsessed with TikTok lately.
I'm going to have to look into it then. I'll look into it. So
it's a great time.
Nick, thanks for being on tonight. And thank you guys for being with us this evening. We'll be in Las Vegas, February 23rd through the 27th, DJNTV.com/show. On that page is the ticket link, the promo code. The tickets are on sale yet until Friday. After Friday, they're going to go, I believe, all the way up to their full price. So you can save like $125 a ticket by getting them this week. So jump on that, gang. Airfare is still cheap. Hotel rooms are still inexpensive there at South Point. It's a great time to go out there, have some fun, and get to hang with Nick Spinelli.
Be there all week.
It'll be fun. Thank you, guys. We'll be back in about a half an hour for our PBN TV show. We're going to talk about using nonprofit things to help grow your photo booth business. So we'll be back in about 30. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.